talk. Banging my chest and my head on the lock. Feeling like Walker Flock of Flame. I put the opposition out the game. I'm out the pocket, but I rock with the game.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their two games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins now.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Cousins now from the 50.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. Corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A shotgun snap, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. To throw, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Cousins.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Yeah, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And he can't do it all on one throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember. But back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A give. This is Montgomery. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, It's been pretty sensational.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. A first down throw for Cousins. And this one complete right side to Funchess. 7 yards the pickup there.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down. Cook. Always got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Montgomery, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7.
And off comes to Montgomery. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Play action now. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Cousins.
They'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a run with Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down now. It's Montgomery. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 50, here's Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here's Fields.
And Graham's got it. Complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Fields. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down and 4. Fields looking for Perriman there. He's got him. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. To throw is Fields.
The connection made. It's Graham. 7 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Fields. That's caught out left by Perriman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Quickly to Thielen here. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Roses now to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Roses on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 on the play. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Williams.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
They snap it to Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They'll try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Fields. He's got this one complete to Perriman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, Fields. And Graham's got it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He's back to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. He's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Vikings, they'll wrap up on a high note, but will still finish 3 games below 500 at 7-10.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Chicago,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.